What's up, guys? I got a game against Dangerous36M, and legend has it, once upon a time he used to upload. No, I'm fucking around with him. We have been playing a couple times. He hit me up on the last few streams for some games. Our OU match that we had was kind of it kind of lost owing to a misplay. I do still have that game backed up. Our NU match, I think he fucking trashed me if I remember that correctly. And then this U match is probably one of our better ones. We usually have games that get pretty down to the wire, and we were taking advantage of some things that went down. He brought Virizion, I brought Meloetta, and there's probably going to be like 5 or 6 more seconds of Sony Vegas because I did not really feel like shortening it, but I think the match is going to get started. There's the match. Okay, so this is my first time actually using this screen on, or this background thing on full screen, and I gotta say, I kind of like it. So, I didn't really expect him to lead off with main shot for whatever reason. Just, I don't know, he didn't seem like the type of person that would, and let me tell you how fucking close I was to unprotected focus punching here. Either on this turn or the next turn, I think it was, but I go for a waterfall. Wi-Fi disconnected on the first one. I actually did end up getting a crit on the first time. Not like it really matters. Right here is where I was like, okay, he's gonna set up the stealth rocks, and I just fucking set up a sub because whatever. Now, it didn't really cross my mind that he could have had more until after I subbed, but he started panicking at this point, and I was like, okay, he probably doesn't have roar. He's probably got stealth rock, scald, yawn, and ice beam or something like that, but no roar. So there's that. He's going to go into his Gligar. Now, I was actually pretty surprised at how well it's going to end up taking these hits from this Azumarill. I guess just because it's not Choice Bandit or whatever, that it doesn't really end up doing as much as I thought. Because Focus Punch does just about nothing, and it's even going to be able to take a couple of waterfalls, but he's going to go for an Earthquake, break my sub. That's fine. Waterfall just actually does a disappointing amount on this thing. I'm pretty sure he's running this thing as defensive as it can actually get, because oh god, Sony Vegas froze up a little bit, and it is still freezing up. What are you doing? I think it's that file transfer I have going on. I'm moving TCGO file from my hard drive to my desktop, and it's kind of making things choppy. But gonna go for the waterfall again. I'm kind of getting off topic and kind of spoiling that I have something coming up. But hey, so go for waterfall. He ends up going for a U-turn, decides to go into Raikou. I think he went for the U-turn expecting me to sub again, which actually would make a lot of sense. You know, he keeps going between U-turning things and volt switching things in order to break the sub. So there's that. Decided to go into my own Raikou to take this. I finally fixed the fucking EVs. Good lord. I decided before this match, okay, Pokegen is gonna fuck me up, and you know, I have to set it in order to do that. I think he gets a crit on this volt switch. That still does a lot, even for a crit, so I kind of think he's specs too, but he's gonna go for the volt switch. I do ultimately end up getting the switch. No, I'm not gonna say switch. What was I gonna say? I get the move choice, and I am choice specs, but I don't want to stay in on main shout, and I think he predicts my switch out. I don't know to what, but he switches immediately after, and I decide to go into Chandelure. Miss a Fire Blast, which is fucking infuriating. I didn't want to go for the Hidden Power Ice in case he was gonna go into good Empoleon, but it turns out I live as Earthquake with 2, and I hit the next Fire Blast, which is basically just, man, fuck you, Gligar. Okay, so I think this is a Scarf Chandelure, which is actually some really valuable information going on here, because this Darmanitan actually does outspeed me and ends up going for the U-turn, which tells me right off the bat he's Scarfed. So hey, that's cool. I think we also learned later that his main shout was Scarf too, and I'm like, okay, you got 2 U-turners and a Volt Switcher. This is gonna get annoying fairly quickly. But I decided to go into my Raikou anyways, and I think it's right here that we learned that he's Scarfed, because he ends up going for U-turn. Like, well, shit. I really wasn't expecting that. Now I lost 2 pokes in tandem to some pivoting moves, and I don't really know what I'm doing right now, but he decided to go out into his Raikou just to keep the momentum going, and let me tell you how annoyed I was at this point, but I wasn't really expressing it too much. So just gonna go into my Registeel, and I think I was gonna end up T-waving, but I decided to get up some mid-game rocks instead, which is okay as well. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure his only ground type ended up dying, so I could have T-waved freely. But he ends up going out into Empoleon, which is like, whatever. I'll get up some rocks. I don't see a spinner. We are good to go. So if he keeps up this U-turning, volt switching thing, he's going to end up getting a decent amount of passive damage going. Not that he has anything weak to it. Actually, no, he does. In the form of Darmanitan, so we just can't go back out to that. But he's going to switch immediately back out into Darmanitan. Now, this next turn may seem a little strange to some of you that I decide to leave Registeel in like this, but there's a couple of reasons for it. If he decides to go for the superpower and preserve himself on recoil, he will get the attack and defense drop, and if he goes for the Flare Blitz, it's going to be not very effective against Azumarill, and it's still going to leave me in a pretty good spot, because thanks to Sheer Force, he can't burn me, so I don't have to worry about that. He does take a lot of recoil, so he is at the mercy of my my Aqua Jet here, but I'm actually just going to end up subbing up because I know that he's not Choice Banded and he's not Life Orb. He's probably Jolly Scar for that matter, so just going to go ahead and sub up, and then I can go ahead and Aqua Jet immediately after. I was really stoked to see that he didn't bring me down to the point where my sub was going to fail. So now I'm fresh behind a sub. Or behind a sub that's fresh, and then I'm just going to be able to Aqua Jet, and I'm all of a sudden looking in a pretty good spot, you know, as opposed to like 3 turns ago where my Pokemon were dropping left and right. I'm doing pretty good now that I learned this Empoleon doesn't have Roar. It's something of his is going to end up having to take a Waterfall or a Focus Punch. I think I ended up going for the Focus Punch here. Yes, I did. So now he has to decide what he wants to die to a Focus Punch. I did not go for Waterfall because I knew he did still have Empoleon. And I figured, you know, hey, a Focus Punch is probably going to end up taking out Main Shao. It's going to take out Empoleon. Well, probably take out Main Shao, just owing to how fragile it is. It will take out Empoleon owing to the super effectiveness. Raikou is not going to stay in, because it's going to end up going for the Volt Switch to break my sub. So he basically just has to send something in to die. I forget what else he has left, but I think he has Raikou and Main Shao. I don't remember. Oh, he's got Virizion. That's right. It would have severely hurt the Virizion when it came in, but whatever. So I go for the unfucking protected Focus Punch here as he goes for a sub. I was actually kind of expecting a Calm Mind or a Swords Dance, but I knew he was going to take advantage. I kind of realized in this instant the only real thing that Azumarill is going to be good for is priority on either of those guys, but to be honest, they're not at the range where priority is going to end up taking them out anyway, and I don't want this thing setting up on me. So I just let him know right now I'm staying in for the long haul. I'm going to go for another Focus Punch in case he wants to get cocky again. He doesn't, and he's just going to end up healing off the previous Focus Punch damage with a Giga Drain, which just kind of leaves him back at square one, I guess, but he's not behind a sub. He doesn't have any boosts, and I guess we're generally good to go from here. Fortunately, I do still have something that can be potentially faster. I think my Raikou already died, but this thing actually has a nice amount of special defense. So while he's going to end up going for the Giga Drain, I can go for the Relic Song. I was hoping for the Sleep just to be a huge fucking troll about it, but it does have the 20% chance. It's the only move in the game, I think, that has a chance to sleep and is not directly intended for sleep. But end up transforming, and now I'm actually going to end up being faster than him, as you can see by the lefty's gain before him. And I do end up going for a close combat, and thanks to the fact that it's now stab owing to me transforming, it's going to end up killing him off. Now, he has a little bit of a dirt moment on the next turn where he forgets how fast Meloetta is, or I don't understand the logic behind it other than, oh shit, this thing is faster than I thought it was, because he sends in Raikou now to die for whatever reason, but I kind of feel like after the Stealth Rocks damage and all that stuff, and take it out with close combat, and there's not really much else to say from there. So there's that, and yeah, he's now at I'm at -2, and all he has left is a Scarf Main Shao. If he hits both high jump kicks, he can probably take me out. I think he does have Stealth Rocks up too. My last one is a Haunch Crow, and I was curious as to how much high jump kick would have done. He said he would have been able to take me out, and he did tell me that he was reckless, which I find really ironic in this situation, because he ends up missing the high jump kick. And I know you're all probably looking at your screen going, that's your job. No, this time it's his, because he ends up missing and take him out with a close combat for the win. So, suck it. Ah! Okay, that's the game. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm questioning how much Haunch Crow would have done with the Sucker Punch. Surely not enough to take it out, but hey. So, there's that. Could have gone either way, but that's how it went. So, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like rating. That would be fantastic. Comment and subscribe, do your thing. I had an LP episode go up, I think, before this, and I'm probably going to upload TCGO on the weekend, so there's that. TCGO is going to be coming more often because I have some decks actually planned out, and I can do that stuff. So there's that, and we're just going to keep chugging along in the usual schedule, and except for the fact that I didn't upload Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, okay, running out of video time. See you later. Bye.